Okay.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, we're ready. Yours is recording, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is recording as well.
You're tuned into Bayrak National Radio. My name is Cazi, and I'm very honoured now to have an old friend of mine back in the radio studios of Bayrak National in Nicosia. And he is a man who, well, for me, it's not October unless I see Krzentz, who always comes to visit the TRNC and at the island of Cyprus every October, originally from Chicago, although he is an Armenian Greek Cypriot. Chris is always filming in the month of October on the island of Cyprus. You can follow him on his YouTube channel. We'll find out more. But first of all, Chris, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
It's great to have you back.
Nice to see you back again.
I love to see you. You're such a great positive man, Chris. And like I said, October for me is not October unless you arrive on the island. Then I know it's October. October is here.
I come every October because the weather is perfect.
Yeah.
And it's not hot. It's not cold. It's still summer.
Yeah.
And I love filming in October. The sun shines perfect. You know, the sunshine, sunrise.
Perfect time of the year.
Yeah, and I film all over the island, north, south, east, west.
I know
I already filmed 200 videos. My goal is like 300, so I did 200 already.
Fantastic. Now, let's find out more about you. For those who have never met you on the radio or TV, because you've been interviewed by myself for TV, a couple of conversations, but you are originally, well, your parents, Cypriot and Armenian.
Correct.
Right?
My mother is Greek Cypriot. My father, my late father, was Armenian. I was born in Kuwait.
Very good country.
Yeah, and then my mother brought me to Cyprus in 1963 when I was 3 years old.
So in 63 you were here in Cyprus when you were 3.
And 5 years old, at 1965, I went to Terasanta College School that was run by the Franciscans.
Yeah.
And I stayed there from 1965 when I was 5 until 1979 when I was 18. And then I left for Italy for 4 years, did some studies there, and then I immigrated to the United States and joined my father, who was already there in 1983, and I've been there ever since, 35 years now.
And has that always been Chicago?
Yes, Chicago, yeah.
So your father was in Chicago,
he's in the Chicago suburb first, and then I moved to the city a year later, but yeah, I've been in Chicago since 1983, 35 years.
Fantastic, wonderful.
I only spent 15 years in Cyprus from 1965.
That's enough.
From 1979, but from 5 years old to 18. But those were the best years of my life because it was my childhood, and I grew up in the old part of Nicosia.
Yeah.
And that's why I have memories, and I have friends everywhere on both sides. And then the school I went to, Rasanta, had it was a school for all nationalities, so I have friends. I still reconnect with them.
Yeah. Even
now, they're all over the world.
Well, I know that you are a very lovable, likable person. You have many, many friends, but you are actually the founder of a website, and that's how we met. Do you remember?
Yeah, not a website. Well, I got a website too, but I have it's the group, Facebook group?
Yeah, Facebook page.
It's called the Cyprus Culture Group.
Yes, and
he has about 10,000 members from all over the world. And basically, it's a non-political group. We don't talk politics there. We talk about history and culture of the entire island, going back 10,000 years.
So you had over 10,000 members.
Yeah,
in the group.
We're approaching 10,000 now. We lost a few last year because Facebook did a number on our website. The people that they were invited and they didn't click OK, Facebook kicked them out. They had a new rule.
All right.
And they took a couple of groups. They did that, and that was one of the groups. So we lost like almost 3,000 members at some point.
Right. Because
it would have been now 13,000 members. So we're now, by the time this air, we're going to have probably 10,000 members. So which is a good number.
Very good number.
And it's very, very nice group. Cypriots and non-Cypriots from all over the world that they love Cyprus.
Yeah. Anyone with a link to Cyprus or an interest in Cyprus can join. Yeah. Would like to join. I want to say something because this is very interesting. That Chris comes every year, every October to Cyprus from Chicago, but every year you take a different route, and in fact you ask
Correct.
your friends on the
To recommend me
page,
correct.
on Cyprus Culture page, can you recommend me a stop-off point? Because obviously you can't come
Actually,
direct.
I do that on my YouTube channel, on my Chris Krzentz Facebook page, and on my personal profile, and on Twitter and on Instagram. So I do a couple of places. But this year I came from Athens, Greece.
I saw that, yes.
It was a beautiful. I haven't posted the videos yet. The videos that I filmed there and in Cyprus with a little bit over 300. I'll be posting them sometime between November 2019 and September 2020.
Before next year's trip.
Exactly, because that way I can post on YouTube and in my group a few per week, maybe a little bit few more than a week, maybe 10, 20 a week per week, and then 52 weeks, and then I'll come next year. And last year I was in Zurich.
You went via Zurich.
Switzerland, yeah. The year before that I was in Istanbul, Turkey. I went to Vienna, Austria. I went to London, UK. Warsaw, Poland. And so many I don't remember now. But I have every single year I go to a different one. And there's always a Facebook friend there that meets me at the airport, takes me around. This time it was very wonderful because in Athens, the person that picked me up and took me around to see the sites and film videos was old classmate of mine of Terasanta. That we worked together actually 50 years ago.
So an old friend.
Right. Him and his sister were at the school, and another one in Limassol as well, his sister. And we and he remembered all my class. I did a video interview. His name is Yannis Martakis. He has a butcher. He's a butcher. Has a butcher shop. He has 3-4 butcher shops in Athens. But he took me everywhere: Acropolis, Parthenon, Syntagma, you name it. And same thing last year with Zurich. I had another friend. And it was amazing. I mean, I went. And every time I go back, I have at least 20 videos from these extras, bonus city, before I come to Cyprus. But the main filming is in Cyprus now, the 300.
Fantastic.
And actually, the highlight of this trip so far, I'm sure it's not going to be any better than this one, is my second or third day. I got permission from the United Nations, and I went and filmed in the Nicosia airport.
I saw that as well.
So, well, the film is not there yet. It's going to be like an hour documentary. It was really, really unbelievable. It was.
You were lucky to get the permission to film the.
Well, I did that a long time ago before I came here. I did it from America. I sent them my application, and it went back and forth. It wasn't easy, but
but you got it.
We did it, and it came at the same time, at the right time, because I arrived here, and then right away I got a message
saying yes.
This Wednesday, which is 2 years later after I arrived, come to Nicosia airport, and we'll take care of it from there. And they.
Brilliant.
Soldiers and everybody took me around. They're up behind me. You can't see them in the video, but I was there in a very good company. The UN personnel, I want to thank them again, officially from here as well, from Bayrak Radio, the UNFICIP, and it was really, really a wonderful experience.
It must have been. It must have been, Chris.
I mean, the preview video. I do preview videos.
Yes.
Now, so people know.
Get a taster of what's coming.
Yeah, and the preview video has already 1,000 views on YouTube. Like in 3 days, you had 1,000 views.
I can imagine.
No, wait till I put the real video.
Wait till the full video comes
on. And then
on.
not just Turkish and Greek Cypriots are interested in this video, but people that used to work for the UN, that worked there before. I got emails from pilots used to fly British Airways, Cyprus Airways. They said I used to fly from that airport. And actually, there's a plane that stayed there from the war. I filmed it. It's still there. One of the pilots told me, I flew that plane.
Wow.
I was one of the last ones that flew that plane. So
amazing story.
Yeah, once I put the actual video, it's going to be amazing. That's the highlight for this year so far, the video.
You have lots of great videos that you share on your Chris Krzentz page on YouTube. But I want to say that you seem to come and you find all the best things. I know that recently you were at the L'Origina fair.
Oh yeah, that one I can't miss. I go at the festival. I go there every year.
Every year.
Every single year. This is the third year in a row that I go there.
Yeah.
And actually, I met President Akinci.
Yeah.
talked to him, got a picture. It was a really nice. Talked to the people. I did a few videos. I did about 10, 15 videos. I did walking videos, went around, and then I went to my favorite cafe. It's called the Regina Cafe. It's a family that has a lot of relatives in Australia that I film them every year, and they talk perfect Greek, better than me. And the actual guy that was in Australia, he was actually there this year, so he's in the video.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Chris, I want to ask you.
His name is Musad. Yeah, Musad.
You always come to Cyprus every year, but you always have something new to film. You always find something different. I mean, how do you find all the time, and where do you go?
I got three answers to that.
Yeah.
The most important answer is when I show these videos throughout the year, people write me on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter and tell me the next time you go, can you go and film this place? I grew up in this place.
Yeah.
Places I never heard of before. Where? Where is it? They give me the instructions and everything, and then when I come here, I locate them and I film them.
Yeah.
There was a guy, a British guy, I think he's British. This year he said to me on YouTube, can you go in Limassol and find this particular street where I lived for 20 years and then I left, and I don't even have a picture. It's a big family. I talked to my god sister Fadula. We went there and filmed it. I already posted it on YouTube. I forgot what I named the title. It's like some kind of street in Limassol. It's already there. It's been posted the last 3 weeks. The guy was unbelievable, amazing. He thanked me everywhere. Everywhere I saw my name, he was thanking me. And I put some real nice. I did a 5-minute video, and I even slowed it down so he can see his house.
Yeah.
He took a, he showed me, told me the number of the street, and it was amazing. So what I like to do is follow the path of my followers. I go where they send me. That's number one. Answer number two is things that I remember from the past. I talk to people when I come to Cyprus. I have like little meetings with my family and friends, and I tell them where did we used to go. I mean, I know the places, but when you give me the names, remind me the actual names of the places, both north and south. Oh, amazing how many places we found. And the third one is I always like, this is just my nature, I always like to show where people used to live, that the Turkish Cypriot used to live in the south, and then the Greek Cypriots used to be in the north. I went to all the places that you can think of. Yeah. And I showed them their villages, their everything, like Paphos, Limassol, Larnaca, everywhere. Yeah. Now, another interesting video that I did a couple of days ago, actually, matter of fact, I haven't posted it yet. There was a very famous disco in Nicosia in the 70s. It's called Altamira Disco. One of the best, not only in the country, but in the Middle East. They had like stalactites underneath. It was. I started going there in 1976. The first song I went there, it was "Shake, Shake, Shake" by the Cazi and the Sunshine Band. Yeah. I already did the exterior a couple of years ago, but this time I wanted to go and film downstairs because they closed it. They made it a storage room. So I went to we have a group. It's called the Altamira group of this disco, and I went there and found out anybody knows who owns this place, and I found the owners. They approved me. I went down there and filmed it, and it's amazing when people see the dance floor and all that places.
It's still there. The dance floor is there.
The dance floor is still. No, the stalactites are gone. But the dance floor is still there. If you see the dance floor, you'll recognize it. The bar is there. The washrooms are there. The kitchen is there. And when I saw it, it was so dark because there's no proper lights. I had to use the flashlight, but it was. You can see there's stairs going down. It's one of the most famous discos in Nicosia. It's called Altamira.
Sounds fascinating. Sounds really, really good. And you always enjoy going back and visiting. I know you have your cousin. You go and eat at her restaurant.
The coffee shop.
You have your the coffee shop.
I go there every night. Every night, wherever I am in Cyprus, every night I go there and she prepares a meal for me. And I always drink that Kio beer. Yeah. And I always put it, and people are responding like from all over the world, saying, "Oh, I know that beer, I know that souvlaki sheptaya, I know that halloumi, yeah." And also I did another great video. I haven't posted it yet. The oldest Armenian watch repairman in Cyprus. He's 91 or 92 years old. I found him on Asagoro Street. A lot of people asked me to go and interview. The guy was amazing. It's in English. He speaks perfect English. He's been in that store since 1953, and he had a lot of stores next to that store since 1947. So on that same street since 1947.
Oh my God!
He told me how he worked also at the Nicosia airport. He worked with the British because the Nicosia airport was part of the British Minister of Defense.
Yeah.
And it still is. It's still owned by the British. I didn't know that. It was still owned by the British Minister of Defense. And he was telling me, because he was fixing their clocks, he was fixing their equipment. And then he told me, you can bring me any watch here. It's 100 years old. I can fix it in no time, because he knows all the ins.
That's his job.
And now it's very famous. Yeah, he's the oldest watch repairman in Cyprus. Last year, I filmed the oldest pharmacist in Cyprus, but unfortunately he died, and I didn't know he died. I went over there, and they were demolishing the building. They were doing something, and then I went to ask my cousin, what happened to this guy? Where did he go? He says, he died. I mean, he looked perfectly good health, but I'm pretty sure he died of old age.
Old age.
And I filmed him. I was lucky enough to film him last year.
So you have something to remember him by.
Unfortunately, 3 or 4 people that I interviewed over the years died. And it's sad news, but I kept their legacy from.
And that's why having
Right.
your YouTube site is so important, Chris, because you capture
They stay
history,
there,
and who knows what's going to happen
they
next
stay
day.
there even when people die.
Yeah, it's still there forever.
And then I could be the next one. You never know. It doesn't matter.
God forbid. God forbid.
Yeah,
No.
But I mean, it doesn't.
I want you
mean-
back every year, every October for many more years, Chris.
Yeah. Well, my point is, if I leave my legacy, it's still gonna stay on YouTube.
Yeah, it's still going to be there forever.
Yeah, it's still gonna be there.
How many followers do you have on YouTube now?
Right now, I have, the last time I checked this morning was 4,460.
You have videos.
Keep in mind, on YouTube, it's very hard for somebody to subscribe because you have to be logged into YouTube.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so it's not as easy just to.
So if it was just clicking, it would have been much more.
Much more. Yeah, you have to be a member or subscribe and then join groups.
Approaching 4,500, and then
That's a good number.
And then I also have about 1,000 followers on Twitter, almost 2,000 followers on the Krzentz page, and like we said before, we're approaching 10,000 on the Cyprus Culture Group. But it's not the numbers; it's just I'm able to connect with people all over the world.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
All places, and my YouTube channel has over 2.1 million views for the entire channel, which is a big accomplishment for the channel. And also, I have subscribers from 220 nations. Actually, YouTube gives me detailed analytics metrics of all where everybody is, what country, and it has 220.
What I like most, Chris, about your videos is that you have lots of friends in the north as well as the south.
Oh yeah.
And so you go all across the island.
I think there may be more in the north than in the south.
Probably.
I have a lot of Turkish Cypriots that follow me.
And so, you are connecting with everyone on the island. And it's good because, like you say, people are seeing the island. Maybe they've left the island years ago and they haven't got the chance to go back.
A lot of them are overseas.
Yeah, a lot of them are overseas.
England.
Yeah, anywhere. And so they get the chance to see what you see.
Well, the thing about overseas Cypriots, whether they're Turkish or Greek, in the United States, in Australia, and I think in London, in UK as well, the Cypriots they're not as divided as they're here, because there's no physical boundary to divide them, to get along, to get together. Because you can go in London. I went to London, to a Greek place, either a restaurant or a coffee shop, and you could see Turkish Cypriots there.
Yeah, you don't really feel the division.
Yeah,
there.
you don't have that in Cyprus, unfortunately, because there is a divide. But the good thing is we were able to cross the checkpoints and go in every. So actually, I have one more video I want to give you the first announce on the show. I did an interview in Kyrenia. There is a friend of mine there, Mehmet. He has a bar is called Dolimani.
Yeah.
He even left the Greek name of it. His family owned this place even before 1974. So he's been in there 45 years, but his father was there before.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to tell you about this guy, he has a boat. So I did a Kyrenia Harbor and Kyrenia video by boat.
Mm.
So that's the first time I'm announcing it.
And is that the first time for you to go on a boat in Kyrenia?
Exactly. Well, after 1974,
Yeah.
I used to go boat rides
Before?
when I was 10 years old, like 1970.
But recently, though?
The first time. And actually, I didn't know too much about boats. My god sister knows. I thought we were going to sink because the boat was going zigzag, not zigzag, but left and right. She said that's completely normal, but she told me that after we got off the boat. So I thought any given moment I was filming and I was like going like this, so I thought we were gonna go under and just to get good footage, I gave her one of my cameras and I was holding two of my smartphones, so we had 3 different cameras filming. So we did 5 videos, and I'm gonna put them all together and edit them and have a real nice good video with music, because if I leave the original audio, I'm screaming like hell.
So put
I'm going to sink and it's going to...
audio on it.
But you can see Kyrenia Harbor, like leaving Kyrenia Harbor and then coming back.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and then you can see the water, the clear, and actually you can see the mountains of, I think Adana is right across, I think.
Yeah.
Turkish.
In Turkey,
I think that's Adana. You can see the mountains in the video.
Brilliant.
And even the guy told me, come again, and this time I'll take you even more. And we're thinking of going again, but he said to be there by 10 o'clock. It's kind of hard for me because I wake up at 9 by the time I get over there.
Yeah.
But you never know. I got one more weekend with my god sister tomorrow and Sunday to film, so don't be surprised if I add additional
footage.
So Kyrenia, every year I have to go to Kyrenia Harbor.
Yeah.
I go there every year, and I always film 2 or 3 videos, different angles, different places. And then the boat was something else. I mean, it was
nice memory.
It was wait till you see the
feeling.
video. The video I already saw the footage is amazing.
You work hard. I know that you're working in a hospital in Chicago.
Correct.
Your profession is actually
I'm an assistant technologist.
Yeah.
Work with computer tomography machines, CT scans.
So this is your annual trip this year. You're leaving in a week's time. Unfortunately, we're coming towards the end of your trip this year to Cyprus. But tell me, be honest. What is the one thing or the main things that you miss about Cyprus when you go back to Chicago? What is it that one thing when I want to go to Cyprus because I really miss this?
Actually, believe it or not, because of the connection, the online connection and everything, I don't feel like I left because I feel I'm still there.
Yeah.
I just have to go there physically to film the videos and come back. I never left, like the last 10 years since I started filming, and the last 6 years since I started that group. Every single day I have to go about 100 times a day, of course after work, and manage this group.
Yeah.
And I also manage my alumni school. We have a Terasanda group. I also manage that group, so I manage 2 groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't miss it at all. I mean, it's not. I feel like I'm in Cyprus.
You are
because
always,
I go home at night, which I go home like 5:30 p.m. over there.
Yeah.
It's like 1:30 over here, so it's like I'm in Cyprus because I get all these messages and I watch the news. So
you're following what's going on as well.
CYBC, they have a 1-hour newscast, and they put it on demand. And then I can go and it's hooked up to my big TV from the computer. I sit down, have dinner, and then I watch the news in Greek, like I'm in Cyprus. And it's funny because when I come to Cyprus, I very rarely watch the news here. Lately I started watching it so I don't miss anything. But when I'm there, every single day I know more. And sometimes I call I send a text to my cousin on Facebook. Did you know they said this on the news? This laws change? No, I didn't. I'm too busy working. I didn't. So I'm the one. I'm the one telling them
what's happening.
The news. What's happening? In America. It's amazing. But I don't. To answer your questions,
you don't miss anything.
The moment I get on the plane and leave, it's a little bit sad when you get on the plane. But I got so used to it. This is like the 12th trip.
Yeah.
Every October. Once I get on that plane, this time I'm going to Rome on the way back.
Ah.
Yeah, but I won't have any time to come out. I only have 3 hours. But you never know. Keep an eye, open mind. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a delay and they tell us to stay a couple of more hours, then I'll
why
go.
not? Then you'll go out for
because I have friends in Italy. I can go there. And
Rome is beautiful. Rome is lovely.
But usually next year is probably another heads up I'm giving you. Next year it may be Rome, because usually the city that I go on the way back is usually the other one. Yeah, so Rome most likely will be Rome
Next year, look out for
most
Chris
like,
in Rome, in Italy.
We're announcing it here that it's going to be Rome next year.
Fantastic. And but I think that you have to say that you love the local food, the cuisine, the atmosphere.
That's
here.
the thing that I miss. That I'm going to miss the food.
Yeah, the chapelle.
And the Kio beer, because the other years I wasn't drinking that Kio beer as much as this year. You know what I mean?
You always have your beer with you.
Well, because
Chris.
I'm used to America. If you drink a beer over there, I don't know why. If I drink a beer over there, it makes me sleepy and I go to bed.
But here you're okay.
Here I'm fine. I don't even. Sometimes I drink 2 beers, and it doesn't. As long as I drink it with the food, it doesn't really. I don't know what it is in that beer, but I like it.
You are a true friend to everyone here in Cyprus. You know, you really are somebody unique, I think, Chris, because you spend all your time filming. You're out. You're showing everyone the true Cyprus.
Exactly.
And so we can, as you said before, you'll be going back to Chicago at the end of the week or next Friday, and then bit by bit you'll be uploading your videos once they're ready to be.
It's going to be at least 10 videos per week.
10 videos per week, so we can follow you.
Yeah.
So give us the name of your YouTube channel. Because
the YouTube channel, you have to, once you get on YouTube, you have to look for me by name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spell it for you because if you miss one letter wrong, there's another guy with a similar name.
Yeah. And
don't fill the autofill form that YouTube puts in once you start typing. If it puts a name there that's very similar, it's not me.
Yeah.
The clue will be I'm wearing a white hat, and I have, at the moment, more than 4,400 subscribers.
Right.
And over 2,000 videos. That's the big clue you have to look for before you hit subscribe.
Yeah.
Now, just type my last name, K as in King, R as in Robert, Z as in Zebra, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, and Z as in Zebra. Again, it's Krzentz, like a Nancy, TZ.
Presents. Chris Krzentz. Is that presents? But is
Correct.
Krzentz?
Well, Chris Krzentz presents is the Facebook page.
Right.
The YouTube channel is just called Chris Krzentz, and I call it, when I refer to it, as the Chris Krzentz global YouTube channel for 2 reasons. One, I film all over the world. Cyprus is just one of the places that I film. And 2, I have subscribers from all over the world. That's why I call it the global, Chris Krzentz global YouTube channel. But I'm not changing the name of it. It's just called Chris Krzentz, the name of the channel.
If there's any problem, people can contact me here at the radio and I'll give them the right name. But you are on Facebook, you're on Twitter, Instagram as well, and on YouTube, of course, with the many, many videos. And it really is interesting to see Cyprus through the eyes of Chris Krzentz. And I think that if you're not a subscriber, do it now because you won't regret it. But Chris, I want to say thank you for coming into the studio today to share your time with us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you again.
For coming back and for inviting me.
No, you're more than welcome. It's always a great time chatting with you because you give us such positive energy, and I look forward to seeing the videos and also to seeing you back here next year again, next October. But for now, enjoy the rest of your week. What's coming up next? Where are you going to go next in the next few days? Give us a few clues about where you might be going.
Well, there is one place I'm still asking for permission, waiting for them to call me back. They said they were going to call me back this week. They didn't yet. It's a big cinema in Nicosia. It's called Zina Palace. Mm-hmm. It was one of the most famous cinemas in the 70s. That's where I went and saw The Godfather. That's when I went.
When you were younger?
That's when I went and saw Saturday Night Fever 55 times. And I'm not kidding. I went 55 times. Yeah, I went 55 times in the course of a year because it was playing that for the whole entire year.
Okay,
that was 1977. That one, and The Godfather was like 1973, 75. I don't know. I couldn't get in first because you had to be 16, so I had to wait till 1976 when they showed it again for me to go inside because it was R-rated because of the violence. So
your next goal at the moment is to go to the cinema and to film the old cinema.
That's one of them. But tomorrow, which is Saturday, and Sunday, that's the last weekend, I'm going with my god sister again for Dula. One of the days we're going to go to the north again. One of the other days we go to the south again. This is an entire day. I have no idea where we're going to go, but
wherever.
Yeah, every time I go with her, I did about 30 videos because we film every individual village that we encounter.
Wherever the road
Yeah.
takes you, you will follow that road.
Exactly. Like we went to Famagusta, we went to Carigna, we went to Larnaga, we went to together Limassol, Nicosia, a lot of places. There's still a lot of places that we did not go yet. So
Well, I wish you all the best.
yeah, and
Have
then by the
fun.
time I come back here, sir, I have a whole different list from the suggestions of the people, and they actually give me specific addresses and numbers, and I find them even easier.
So anyone who wants to send Chris somewhere, they can send him off to a village or a location here in
Yeah,
the
just send me
Krzentz or
a-
in the south.
Send me a message online, anywhere, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and just tell me where you want me to film, and I will
You'll
cons-
go.
consider it. I will actually go, yeah.
I
When
know you
say
will.
consider it means I will go.
So Chris, since you mentioned that you saw Saturday Night Fever 55 times,
Yeah,
let's play a song. What song do you like most from that film? Can you remember any song that
you should be dancing,
you should be dancing?
because I love to dance.
Okay, we're now going to play that song for you now after this interview. So here it is coming up, and
Okay,
you
by,
should
Bee
be
Gees, yeah.
dancing and having fun all the time, Chris. You're a
There you
great
go.
guy. Have a safe journey back to Chicago when you leave next week, and hopefully we'll keep in touch over the social media, and you can upload all your videos 10 by 10, and we'll be following you and seeing how your holiday went this year.
Thank you very much. And I also want to let your listeners know that I also filmed this interview, so you'll be able to see this interview also on video. But I will post it after you post the radio show. So I'll keep in touch with you to let me know when it's going to
Yeah.
be aired.
I will.
And then after that, a week or two after that, I will.
You'll put this on the
I put it on. I put
channel.
the video portion, and I'll tag you as well.
Thank
That
you.
way, the people that get both the audio
And the video.
and the video, exactly. Because remember, I'm a video guy.
You are a
So
video
I
guy.
talk with my camera. So everywhere I go, my camera, and you cannot see the camera is right over there
Yeah.
filming us.
You talk with your camera. You are a great guy with the camera. You talk very well. You have brought history alive to everyone. You've brought Cyprus alive to all of us online. Thank you very much, Chris. And like I said, have a safe journey back to Chicago. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.